Hello everyone, this is Stephanie, but we're going to use fake names for the videos. If you don't like creepy videos, don't keep watching. Her name, Aomi, and I am Athena. Today we are going to be telling ghost stories, or stories that are creepy that have happened to us. She will start with one of her own.
Okay, so about 2 years ago, we were at my house and we were on my bed. Well, okay, maybe it was a bit longer ago, like 4 years. Is that even like a sentence? Probably not. But oh well. Anyways, we were on my bed telling each other like creepy ghost stories. We got each other scared so badly that we didn't want to get off my bed, like, at all. So we stayed on my bed for a while, and then we finally decided, after a few minutes, that on the count of 3, we would jump off my bed and run out of my room to the living room. And right as we were getting ready to do that, get off the bed, a book or something, I think it was a book, but something fell off one of the shelves, and so we ended up sitting there longer, and, well, not a lot longer, because, who would want to sit there?
It was creepy.
So then we finally decided to get off my bed and run.
On a count of 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
And we bolted, literally. So
then we figured out that we left the light on. One of us had to go back. We both went back, but she did it. I made her do it. She reached in really quickly, shut it off, and we ran back to the living room.
And literally, the thing that fell, we're just gonna call it a book because pretty sure that's what it was.
Yeah.
But, like, it fell, and there was no breeze, there was no wind, the window wasn't open, the AC hadn't kicked on yet at that time, and
there was nothing that could have made it fall.
Exactly. But yet, somehow, it still did. It was like, it was confusing.
Yeah, then we went back in there after a long time, so you refused to go in there. Then we finally went back in there after a while, and we seen that it was, in fact, a book.
Yeah.
That was very creepy. That reminds me of another thing that happened to me at my old house, because we've moved, but as you could tell from other videos. But in the old house, I have this door thing that says "Do not enter" or "Enter at your own risk" or "Ghouls only." It's like a Monster High thing, but it's like girls only type thing. And I had it hanging on the inside of the door, so my brothers wouldn't rip it off. And I was just sitting in my room, nothing, no windows, no fan, anything. I was just sitting there, and I happened to look up at it randomly, and it was moving back and forth like someone poked it, and it was creepy, but cool at the same time. That type of thing. It's still creepy to me.
Right.
There's so many things that have happened, like from when I was little all the way up. She has another one though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and then there's me. Barely anything paranormal has happened to me, like, at all.
Yeah. You come to my house and you experience some stuff.
Not a lot, though.
No, but remember the one time that we were, like, sitting in my room, we thought we saw, like, shadows?
Yeah.
There was that other thing. There was one other thing that happened.
Yeah. What was that?
It's like my TV, like, we left my room, and then we come back and the TV was on, but we shut it off.
Yeah, that.
And the fan, we shut the fan off, but then we come back and the fan was on too.
Yeah.
And it was creepy.
It was creepy as heck.
Random things turning on and off. Or my stuffed animals wouldn't be moved too. It's like, what? Okay, that
was like the most creepy part of it.
Also, in the basement too, we thought we saw stuff move, or bikes, because we had our little tricycle bikes down there, or we had a pool table. We thought the balls would move on the table, and it was so creepy. Random stuff would happen. Even when she was there, she experienced some stuff.
It was never a lot, though.
No, it
wasn't. Most of her
no.
stuff usually happened, like, when it was just her.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was Home Alone one time, and we had pans stacked up, like pots and pans, and they fell down in the kitchen, and they fell into a line. Like a complete line.
You know, that's a creepier thing, like
how could something fall into a straight, exact line? What?
Right?
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
No. At all. The basement was haunted anyway when we were there. And my brother's dad decided to record them down there. And you never do that. So he recorded them, and they got mad. Really mad.
I would too.
So they kind of did things down there. They made noises. They moved things around. They growled at kids down there. We've seen him when we were younger. Yeah, it was all it was creepy. And then upstairs in the actual house. This was when I was little, and we were in an old house when I was younger. I was a kid, so even younger. Yeah, I can't explain things correctly, but this was my old childhood house.
Yeah, we're not like explaining people.
Yeah, no, we can't explain things, and we don't. English does not work for us either. So.
Nope.
Anyway, it was my childhood house. Upstairs, toys would turn on and move when no one was there or touching them. It was creepy. There was this gorilla that would turn around and stare, and then my mom tested it when she was home alone. She put it in the closet in the back of the corner and faced it towards the wall. When she left the closet, she was home alone. She come back to the closet, opened it up, and it was turned back around facing the door, staring at it. That was creepy. And there were stories about when I was little, and I don't remember this, but I was told that I was in my room and they heard banging on the wall, but I was sound asleep when they walked into the room. There was another time, yeah, I know, right? I was sound asleep, but they walked in the room, they heard banging on the wall, like actual pounding.
Yeah.
And they walked in, I was sound asleep in bed. And this was when we were at the apartment, when we had an apartment at the time. And then there was another time where, I think it was in the childhood house again. But I have this desk, and I was sitting underneath it, curled up in a ball, crying for some reason. They wanted to find out, so they asked me. And I would not tell them. I refused to tell them what happened. And there's also this little girl that I thought her name was Sunny, but actually her name is Sammy, and I played with her when I was younger. She was my friend. And I told my grandma that their parents were visiting with my parents and that their vehicle was out front. But my grandma looked and that they weren't actually there. And she called up my parents, and they said that I didn't have a friend over. And they weren't visiting with anyone. So, I was playing with the little ghost girl named Sammy. Yeah, it was crazy. There's so much that happened. I've seen ghosts, I've seen shadows, I've seen things go on and off, things would fall, and yeah.
the things going on and off part, that reminds me of another thing that happened to me. Not really a lot, but
Yeah.
it was interesting and annoying at the same time. Anyways, we had my nephews over spending the night, and for personal reasons, we're not going to use their actual names. So we're just going to call them Tyler, Mace, Jay, and Sam.
The most random name.
I'm good at coming up with random names.
Right? Oh, like that too. Holy crap.
So Tyler is the oldest. Mace is the second oldest. Jay is the third, and Sam is the youngest. So they were over. They were staying the night, and me and Tyler were in my room. He was sitting in my computer chair. I was sitting on my bed. I don't think it's possible to sit in a bed.
No, I don't think so.
Not unless you cut open the bed, which would be kind of weird.
What? Okay. Whatever you're into, I guess.
But anyways, I was sitting on the bed, and Mace would come in every once in a while and talk for a little bit, and then he'd leave again and go back to the living room or go to my brother's room. And me and Tyler would just keep sitting there, keep talking about random stuff, listening. And my radio was on this whole time. I forgot to say that, but my radio has been on the entire time. And so, while my radio was on, we were listening to that while we were talking. So, and then one of the times when Mace came in, he had come in, and then shortly after he'd left, something strange started happening to the radio. The volume would turn up, and then it would turn back down, really low. And me and Tyler got so confused. We thought maybe it was something with the radio messing up or something. Or
Technical difficulties.
yeah, technical
Difficulties.
English
Words.
technical difficulties. There. Actually said it this time. But yeah, and either that, we thought it was either had to be that or a ghost or something, or a spirit. So we hadn't decided yet. We were talking still, and it would happen every once in a while. And then Mace came into the room again, and we noticed that he was messing around in his his hands were in his pockets of his hoodie, and they were moving, and then the radio was turning up and down again. So then I looked over to my nightstand to see my radio remote was missing. So we looked at Matthew, or Mace. Oh, I guess I just said his actual name. Oh well.
One.
It's only one name.
One.
It's okay.
That's only one person.
But yeah, we looked at him and we were like, seriously? You are freaking black. Seriously. It kind of freaks us out. A radio turning up and down without, anyone touching it.
Yeah,
It's freaky.
You don't think about it.
Yeah.
Debunked. So.
Yeah.
That means you figured it out.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually something creepy, but it creeped you out at the time because you didn't know for sure.
Yeah, and even Tyler was even creeped out about it too.
Yeah, that's
Which is
just
rare
like,
because you don't creep him out very often, especially nowadays. Oh, and I forgot to mention that was like 3-4 years ago. 2-3-4 years ago. Maybe it was longer than that.
Long,
But it was a few years ago, I know that.
long ago.
And that's the last story I have to tell you. So,
There is so many. Creepy. I mean, we can make up some, but what's the fun of that when you can hear the real stuff? I already both lean out. Yeah, that's
clean out for no reason.
oh no. Okay. It's making music. My laptop hates me. I'm trying to do something. Okay, there we go. I have so many technical difficulties half the time with all my electronics that I pretty much think they're possessed right now. Every single one.
That's how it was with my old phone.
Yeah, it's like,
That old phone is just
why?
like, it was so stupid, it dies so fast.
It's literally like draining the battery.
Yeah,
like
literally. I have two phones now. I have my old phone and my new phone. My new phone's over there somewhere. On the dresser or something.
Yeah.
And, and my old phone is at my house, sitting on the end table at the couch. And it's dead, obviously. I haven't been on it. I got on it maybe once since I got my new phone to get on Snapchat so I could get a friend's number off of there.
Mm-hmm.
So I just sat it there. Like after I got the number, I sat it on my desk because that's where I was at my desk, and then it was full charge, or like at 98%, and then I checked, like I looked at it again 2 hours later, and it was already down at 10%.
Yeah.
And then like not even 2 minutes later, it died.
Yeah, right? My phone. I have it on full charge. And in less than 2 minutes, it'll be down to 50% already. And then it goes lower and lower and lower until it completely dies in like 10 minutes or so. So I literally, even if it's off, like the screen is black, and I turn it back on, it'll still die. It'll still keep getting lower, the battery. Like, I'm using it, but I'm not. So I have no idea.
That's what it was with, that's how it was with my old phone. I had an S4, and now I have a Moto E4 Plus.
It's
a lot better on battery.
It's not fair. It's not fair at all. It's so stupid. It shouldn't die like this.
It's also because it's like an old phone. Another reason it dies so fast.
I mean,
It's a really old phone.
true, but still,
Right
it
there.
shouldn't be like this at all. It's not at all.
Who's it tall?
Silence! I kill you. Jeff Dunham, love him. Ahmed will always be my favorite.
Silence! Wait for it. Wait for it. I kill you!
Yes. Okay. Well, that's all the stories we have for now. Pretty much nothing too bad.
Yeah.
For now, anyway. It could get a lot worse.
Probably, as we get older, it'll probably have a lot more paranormal activity.
Depends on what kind of house you move into. Plus, I will be exploring some haunted places.
Yes,
that'll
and I
go
will
up
be
on my
going-
channel.
I will
Spirit
be
box
going
sessions.
I will be doing all that with her. Most
Yes,
of it.
Definitely. All paranormal, spirit box sessions, everything. Look forward to that because I love paranormal. I can do also like scary stories. I can do urban legends. Like anything you want, I can do. That's something we can do that in the next video. Urban legends and stuff if you want to.
Why not?
Reading off some urban legends.
Or like
I think
other
everybody
types
would
of
love
legends,
that.
like Chinese legends.
We can also
or...
read off some like scary paranormal games that they could do if they wanted
Yeah.
to. Not too dangerous ones, but still dangerous ones. Anyway, we'll think of it. Have fun. Bye.
Bye.